Hello everyone, good morning. I just said good morning earlier, but I hadn't started my stream, so I'm not sure if you're gonna hear that, but hello everyone, how are you doing? Well, it's a good morning from me, but maybe it's a good afternoon to some of you, good evening to others, and good night to others. Can you hear me, guys? I have to ask this every single time. Hello, yes, so, yeah, you're hearing me. Hello, I'm good, how are you? I'm good, let me choose some other color, and let me tell you. Hello. Oops, that's hello. Okay, cool. So are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to start our practice session? I want to practice anatomy on a daily basis, but I never do. But anyway, I did it for a while and it was really fun, and I kind of developed a process to do that. So I was thinking, like, yesterday I had no idea what to do for the live stream, so I was thinking, okay, let's try doing a practice session. And I'm gonna show you the way I practice anatomy, and maybe you can apply with me, so we can draw together, like practice one pose together. And you can also give me tips if you think I can improve my anatomy practice session. So if you're ready, yes, I'm gonna save this. Someone said, you better be saving this in caps. Yes, I'm gonna save this, hopefully. Yeah, you can still see my live stream from last week, so everything has been going well. So, sorry. So yeah, hopefully this will be saved and you can play it back. So, okay. So guys, before I start, I'm gonna be taking poses from the website posemaniacs.com. I have it written here, in case you need to refer to it later. It's a perfect website for practicing. So I picked a few poses as a start. I picked a very basic pose for now, but like after those 3 poses that I picked, I'm gonna just do random poses from the Pose Maniacs website. So for people who wish to practice later on their own, this stream will be kept on my videos, and hopefully I will make a video version of it soon. So like it would be a quick version for people who want to take it in a bite-sized quick format. So okay, without further talk, let's go. I won't be looking much at the chat for now, because I'm gonna focus on explaining my method. So okay, let's go ahead. First of all, if you're sketching on paper, you can grab a pencil color, any colored pencil, because I kind of follow 2 steps. I first draw the skeleton, and then I draw on top of it, like in black, I draw the actual body. So you can do that on paper, or if you don't have that, if you don't have another color with you right now, just do light pencil strokes. So basically, just do it lightly, the skeleton, and then when you move on to adding the body or the muscles part, press hardly on the paper. So okay, I'm gonna do it in blue and black because those are my favorite colors. So let's go. Don't let go, no. So I'm gonna apply this method that I recently learned. Basically, we draw lines, a line for the shoulder part. Let me do that in okay, I'll go back to the blue color. So basically we draw okay, this color is not showing. Okay, we draw a line for the shoulder, like we see how the shoulder is slanted, and then we draw a line at the hips. So over here we can see that the shoulder is slanted, the hips are straight, and then we kind of try to figure the movement of, like how the spine is. So should be something curved, a little bit like an S shape, but over here it's straight. I'm not really good at this spine part yet, but anyway, this is the method. So, and then later we draw the legs as lines. We draw everything in basic lines, and then we add the like even the head. It's gonna be just a circle. So this would be the method we follow, but we're gonna draw it over here. I just drew over it over the pose here to show you. That's the method we're gonna follow. And by the way, I'm not gonna repeat this for latecomers later. So you guys, maybe if anyone asks in the chat, maybe you can tell them that I explained it at the start, and I'm not gonna repeat it for the sake of continuing the stream, and they can rewatch it later because it will be uploaded on my channel. Okay, so let's delete this and do it on our own on a pure white canvas. So okay, I usually like to use the pencil color for sketching. Anyway, so we're gonna start like I showed you. We're gonna start with the shoulders, a slanted line for the shoulder, the hips line kind of straight in this pose, and then the S curve for the spine. And let's add a circle for the head. It's kind of an egg more than a circle. I usually, like when adding the circle, I can add kind of a curve for the lines and then another vertical line. I try to follow like the roundness of the circle to show how the head is round. So this curve is for the eyes, and this curve is where the nose and the mouth fall on. I'm not gonna draw in the face, but anyway, if you're doing a complete artwork, that's what you're gonna want to do. So okay, so the shoulders, hips, let me write that since I'm just explaining now. Shoulders line, hips line, head, and we're gonna add, okay, let's start with the legs. I'm gonna move this a bit up. So the legs, again, just lines. Try to follow the curvature, but literally we just need the movement of the legs. So I'm gonna add a circle for the joint to indicate that this is where the knee is, and another line for the bottom part, the calf part of the leg. And for the feet, I just literally add rectangle. I'm gonna resize this a bit because I kind of put a big size. Okay, and similarly for the second leg, you can see how the knee is almost on the same level here, so we're gonna add the circle on the same level, but the feet is going backwards, so there's some kind of a slant here. But anyway, so we're gonna try to compensate for that here. Another line and a triangle for the feet. Now that the legs are in, we're gonna go ahead and add the hands, and then we're done with the skeleton. So this hand is kind of hidden by, like the top part over here is kind of hidden with the body in this pose, but we're gonna add the line for that nevertheless. We're gonna add it here, and then the joint, as the circle of the joint, and finally, not finally, before finally, this line for the second part of the hand, the arm, and just add a rectangle where the hand is supposed to be. By the way, when we're practicing poses, we don't really have to draw details of the hands and the feet because we just want to do it in a quick manner. So we just add rectangles or basic shapes. We can draw it later, but I'd rather not focus on the hands when I'm practicing poses. I would have another session for just practicing the hands. So yeah, going back, see over here, the arm, we kind of have an perspective on the arm. It's kind of foreshortened. So we're gonna draw the line as it is, a shorter line. So this is the line, and okay, maybe let's add those indicators for the shoulders to help us later. So this is the line for the upper arm, and the circle for the joint, and the other arm for the other line, sorry, for the arm, and finally a rectangle for the hand. So okay, the skeleton is ready. This is the hips line, this is the shoulders line, this is the head. Now that the skeleton is ready, I'll go ahead and I'll lower the opacity of this layer and create a new layer, and now use the black color. I like using kind of violetish or purplish bluish black. Anyway, that's irrelevant here. It's just me being very particular about the colors. So let me resize this a bit so I feel I have some freedom to draw. One moment, please. Okay, so on this new layer, I'll go ahead and add the rest of the body. So what I usually do is start with the torso. This is what I've been doing. Give me one moment, I just want to drink water quickly. Yeah, so I start with the torso first of all. For people who don't know, the torso is this part of the body, like it's the core of the body. So that's what we're gonna start with. I found that starting with this is the best. Okay, so starting with the shoulders, I'm just gonna try to imitate what I see here, just the basic lines. I'm not gonna go and draw in all those muscles. So yes, starting with the shoulders, they follow the slanted line. Guys, when you're drawing this part, and like generally when you're practicing poses, keep your hand light, don't press too hard. Like, I don't know if you can see this, but look now, okay, this is not the best tool to show it. Now I'm pressing hardly on my pen, and now I'm pressing lightly. So you see the difference? Just keep your lines and strokes quick and light to draw like kind of good free lines. Anyway, so going back, this is the shoulder and the torso. I don't know how to explain this. I'm just imitating what I'm seeing. I created a lot of lines. That's my method of sketching. It's very sketchy. So yeah, so follow the curve that you see in the pose model, and this is gonna be where our hips, not our, like the model's hips start. And let's add this part. I don't always add it, but it's good to add to indicate that this is where the hips start. Over here, see how the back, there is kind of corner in the, okay, English is not my native language, so there are many missing vocabs in terms of obvious things, so do excuse me for that. Anyway, there is a kind of angle or corner or something, so we're gonna implement that here when we're drawing. So this is where I'm just putting the basis of the torture. What did I just say? Oh my god. The basics of the skeleton. Why did I even say that? Anyway, so the torso. Yeah, I was saying the torso, but that went wrong. Anyway, so we add this kind of curve, just like we see here, and then we add a curve, the second curve. But as you can see here, I kind of elongated the torso. I did it wrong. It's fine if we erase, like everyone makes mistakes. We can erase and repair what we just did. So I think the torso is gonna end here. That would be better. I'm still not really matching the proportions here. By the way, I never studied proportions. I just do it by eyes, so if it looks wrong, I fix it, and so on. Like I know there is the 8 heads kind of method, but I never followed it, so just saying. So don't expect me basically to teach you that because I never followed. So okay, we're gonna add in the edge of the torso from this side, the edge of the torso from this side as well. So our torso is now complete. I mean the model's torso, and now that this is done, I'm gonna draw in the head. The head is gonna be just like what I've drawn, except that I'll make the chin more pointy. I kind of like to imitate the pose. This was kind of wrong. So what's gonna be is that the eyes are gonna be like this, and he's looking kind of like the vertical line is kind of a little bit in the middle, because this is not really a 3/4 view. So yes, that is the head. I'm gonna draw complete the whole thing, and I like to add in the ears just to indicate their place. For like adding those small details will help me in the future. Like when we do this repeatedly, we're kinda gonna develop a sense of where everything is. So adding the ears is essential to know where they are, because if the head, like usually when the head is raised, I think the ears are on the bottom, and vice versa. If the head is looking down, the ears are raised. So yeah, the placement of the ears is really important to understand. Okay, so let's add the neck. I'm just copying the model. So yeah, I like to leave the hands to the end, or the arms. So I'll go ahead to fill in the legs. So yes, now like this part, doing this part really helped me understand the legs better, the curvatures of the legs, because I did it frequently in the past few months. I kind of understood how like those curves work. They're very interesting to draw. So basically, the legs, we can see like the legs, the arms, and everything starts thick and then gets thin around the joint, and then thick again, and then thin around the other joint. And the same thing for the arms. Okay, they're not really showing me, but thick, thin, thick, thin. So we're gonna do that while drawing. So yeah, we're gonna start with thick curvature. So I don't know how to explain this. I'm just copying what I'm seeing. yeah, so this is thick and it goes thin towards the joint. This is where the joint is. We're gonna keep, I'm not gonna draw the circle of the joint because I'm just drawing the outlines of the body. And so it got thin here, and then it kind of gets thick. This curve, I really like drawing curves. See how it goes from thick to thin. And now we're at the feet part. We can draw it or we can just keep it as a block. So what I usually do, I add in the curvatures of the feet to understand how it goes. And so these are the curvatures. There is always this, like this is the heel, and then there is like this is an exaggerated kind of curve. So the heel, there is always this sort of curve for the heel. This is the shape of the feet. Like the feet are not just a block resting on the ground. They have some curvature. And putting in the rest of the curves. So when I don't really draw the toes when I'm practicing. I just like to add the thumb, and then the rest are just like, let me zoom this, so make a zoomed view, I mean. And this is the heel, and this is the rest of the feet. So I just add the thumb, and the rest is just a line, or I can just add like quick curves. Anyone here from AUS, like the actual AUS in UAE? Because I was there. Anyways, so yeah, going back, I'm just fixing what I've drawn. Again, it's fine to erase and repeat. We disable that, see how far I've come. Anyway, so let's do the other leg in the same method, and starting thick, going thin towards the knee, and thick again, my favorite part, the calf. Thick and then thin, thick and then thin. Okay, let's fix that a little bit. By the way, like many times when you're drawing from a reference, like right now I see like this has so many mistakes, but after I'm done with it, because I'm constantly comparing it to the actual picture, but after I'm done with it, if I disable this and just look at my model, I'll be proud of what I've drawn. It's like it looks good, so don't get discouraged if it looks a little bit different. It's fine, it will help you improve nevertheless. Okay, so yeah, let's put in the second feet. From this view, the heel is in the back, and there the curve is, not gonna explain feet too much, but yeah, so this is over here is the thumb, and the rest of the feet. So this is how it goes. So basically, if you want to draw feet quickly, I would go like this is thumb, and these are the rest of the fingers. This is a top view, let's say. This is the thumb, and then the rest of this is a very quick thing. But anyway, that's what I'm doing here. The thumb and the rest. In this view, this is the heel, and then there is this part of the feet. It's like this is how it looks. I don't know if that makes sense. There's this block of the shape. Anyway, not gonna explain feet much again. but just to give you an overview, like you can do a soul feed practicing sessions. Maybe we can do that in the next few weeks. For now, yeah, so the legs are done. Let me save this file. I haven't saved it yet, so close it, practice. Okay. Now the final part, the arms. Let's start with the easy one. So the upper arm here is kind of behind the torso, so we're not gonna see much of it. But then, like we did with the legs, it goes from thick to thin around the joint. So this is the joint. We're gonna start from thin, thick, thin, thick to thin, and yeah, so, and then comes the hand. I'm not gonna draw the hand, I'm just gonna follow, like, see, I'm just gonna make an outline of the movement of the hand and just indicate where the thumb is, because yeah, I don't think I need to say why. Because we want to move on to other poses and we don't want to take much time trying to perfect the hand. So yeah, so this is the palm, then the fingers, and the thumb is coming out like this. Maybe we can just make the divisions or make a really messy hand if you would like to. This is how we can make and erase the rest of the line. Look, this is a very quick kind of hand, and yeah, don't stare too much at it. So the second arm again starts with thick to thin. So I see at the top part we kind of have a curve. Yeah, two curves for the muscles. I'm not really good at muscles, and I don't think, yeah, I want to learn how to draw very muscly people, but yeah, so I'm just following, yeah, just follow along with me. So the shoulder kind of, yeah, there is no. By the way, we can see how like from the shoulder there comes the collarbone. So I like to add this as well when I'm practicing. This is the collarbone, and over here as well. It's good to know the placement of this collarbone as well as your drawing. And the bottom part of the arm, curve. So this is the underarm, and we can add this line, you can see, to indicate the underarm area. And this is kind of a foreshortened. I still don't know what's the best method to draw these, like arms and hands with perspective, but I'm gonna learn that in the coming while, let's say. Finally, let's conclude with the rest of the arm. So again, it starts thin at the hand and then thick and then gets thin. But see here we have this sharp kind of sharp corner for the bone of the joint. So yeah, thick and thin, thick and thin, and over here as well, thin, kind of thick, then yeah, and finally the hand. The hand here is kind of easy. This is a block of all those fingers that are folded, and this is the thumb, and finally the pointing finger. Okay, we're done. It was like, it took us some time because I was explaining the full process, so for those of you who followed along with me, it should be quicker to do the next pose. So what do you guys think? Was that easy? Shall we move on to the next pose? I'll drink some water while you answer. Oh, did the sirens come earlier? Like, I didn't hear them. I was so involved in the drawing. Okay, cool. So that was a smooth. So I'm gonna resize this pose and keep it on the side as our history. Keep it here for latecomers. Alright, so let's move on to the next pose. There's more action happening in this pose, and I'm gonna put this into a pose. So a new group for folder 2, and let's start with the base. I'm gonna rename the layers from now on. So yeah, time for this pose again. We'll repeat the same method, and we're gonna start with the shoulders. The line is slanted here. The hips line is there is a little bit of an angle. I'm just guessing. I'm still not really good at doing this, but anyway. The spine kind of bent, I'm guessing, and this is the head. For the side view, I draw a sharp corner for the chin. So this is the circle for the head, and this is where the eyes are. You can add the straight line, but it's pointless to add it because this is a side view, or maybe we can add it to indicate that this is a side view. And okay, so now let's add the legs, curves. This is the curve for the hip, the joint, the curve for the calf and or lower leg, and just a rectangle or triangle for the legs, for the feet, sorry. And again, the second hip. I think we need to make this wider. The second hip line, and the circle for the joint, kind of curve for the other one, and a kind of a flat, what do they call this? I forgot what this shape is called, but yeah, this is how the feet looks in basic shape here. So the arm, I don't know where the arm is going, but apparently this is the upper arm and this is the rest. I think it's covered by the the muscles here of the hip. So yeah, the second arm, let me resize this. I'm running out of space. Just a little bit. And she just called a rectangle a triangle. Guys, it's fine. I do make mistakes. English is not my native language, so excuse me for that. Okay, so the upper arm line, the joint, and the arm, the lower arm or the forearm, and just a shape for the hand. So done. We're done with the stick figure. Let's move on. I think I'm gonna increase the speed a little by a little. So yeah, moving on to the body part. Okay, so let's start with the torso, the shoulder area, and there is some kind of curve for the back or the side, the kind of sharp corner here, and yeah, just following the shape. Right, you guys just follow and do it at your own pace. And on this side, I don't want to draw all those muscles. I'm just gonna draw like a slender kind of body. And like we can see here how there's sort of an angle here. So someone is saying, Natsuwoko is saying, I think your side profile for the head should be more definite, because if you look at the reference, the head is more towards the side. No worries, we'll like, I haven't drawn the details yet. This is just a quick outline. So yeah. So the rest of the torso, just following what I'm saying. I think the curve here is more curvy. It's fine to erase and redraw. Like ideally, this step, all this should be quick, so that our poses get more dynamic. But I'm still practicing how to get quicker with this. Once I figure it out, I'll let you know. My tablet is kind of getting laggy, so just 1 moment. I'll connect it to the cable because now it's in the wireless mode. Okay, so now let's continue. Okay, now the head. Following the lines I added earlier, I'm just gonna add kind of a hump, a bump, I don't know what this is called, for the nose, and draw the chin part. But over here, as you can see, the face is like we're seeing like we're looking at the face from the bottom, so it's kind of up, like angled upwards. So let's add the ear. This is the ear, and just kind of a line to indicate that this head is lifted. So this is like the bottom part of the chin. We can see the bottom part of the chin, and the line, the curve for the eyes, and yeah, the neck. When you plug and unplug it, does the pressure lag like inside? No, it doesn't. I don't remember, like even inside it never lagged for me, for the tablet. And yeah, so this is the rest of the head, and this I think this is where the neck should be. maybe it should be a little bit thicker. Maybe a little bit thicker. Okay, so the arm is supposed to come here, but let me do the legs first. So again, thick to thin. Curvy lines that are, the hip is thick at the start, getting thin around the knees, and thick again around the calves, and thin again at the bottom. And we have this sort of shape for the feet. You can just add like the feet. This is the thumb, and yeah, whatever. And there is some sort of bend here, because like this is the shape of the feet. They're not a straight line. And yeah, so we're done with this leg. The second leg, it's lifted. This is the curve of the upper curve of the hip, the bottom part, and then the other side of the hip. And someone is spamming the chat. Please stop. All your messages are hidden. Please stop doing that. And yeah, moving forward, the calf part again, it starts thin, gets thick. So we can see here that the side view is the side part is kind of a straight line, and the calf part thick and thin. Mr. Ayman, if you keep spamming the chat, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to ban you from the chat. So please stop. Anyway. You can't see who is spamming, but I just talk to them because it's getting too much. Anyway, so gets thin here around the feet, and then finally the feet and the curves of the feet, the thumb. We're done with the feet. We're done. Guys, hopefully the stream won't get a copyright because I'm using like music specifically created for YouTube and like content creators. So hopefully, like, I've tested their music before and it's fine. Hopefully should be okay. So yeah, let's move on to finish the other parts, the arms basically. Follow the curve and gets thick again, and yeah, thick and thick. I'm repeating this a lot. The collarbone over here is like sort of think, because this is a down bottom view, so this is the collarbone, this is it doesn't have to really be accurate. And yeah, so yeah, I think over here, like the torso sort of covering the arm. So yeah, I just continued the curve here, so you can see. And finally, the end of our current pose. The second arm starts thin, gets thick, and protrude, it like continues into the back. And so over here, in the pose, the arm is kind of covering his head. Let's try to do that. Okay, we can try fixing the base. Let's move this a little bit here to try to get it more accurate. And yeah, I'm just adjusting my base. Yeah, guys, like, it's normal to miss out on those details. If you want to spend some time, like, I know the leg is kind of far from this leg, unlike the pose, but it's fine. It's fine. We're still learning. Like, this is another pose. If you wanna spend time perfecting it, do that. But I just want quick pose practice, and it should be actually quicker than this. So yeah. So the arm is covering the head slightly, and thin, thick. It continues into the back, and we can add those lines or curves for the underarm, and finally the lower arm. So starts thick and then thin, and the hand is gonna be just a block with the thumb, and the rest of the fingers. So yeah, we're done. Actually, this kind of needs to be longer. I'm gonna make it more, but still I'm still like far from having it close to this leg. So the website is Pose Maniacs that I'm using. It's written over here, and let's quickly draw the feet again. So the thumb is kind of bent upwards here. Okay, we can say this pose is done and move on to the next one. I'm gonna save it over here. We're done with 2 for now. If you followed with me, by the end of the session, you're not gonna remember that this leg should have been close to that. So yeah, pose number 3. There's some sort of bend here, so yeah, let's create a new folder for that. 3 base. It could be more effective to open Pose Maniacs on the side and have a pose set with timers. Yes, of course. But it's for people, like, I can't have a time limit now. And I generally haven't reached that part to do it in a time limit. I'm just learning how to do it, but ideally that would be the case. Anyway, this is a kind of an educational sort of stream, sharing my methods, so we don't want to have a time limit. Okay, so time for this pose. Starting with the shoulders slanted, the hips line is horizontal, and the spine sort of curved. The legs the hips, the joint, the curve for the legs. Okay, I don't know if I should keep commenting. Do you guys want me to keep commenting or just like chat with you as we practice. What do you guys think? Do you want me to continue explaining? I'll continue for now. So this is the head. The second joint is hidden, and this is the calf part, and a bent sort of triangle or rectangle, distorted, deformed triangle shape. And yeah, the head is again on the side in this pose. The eyes, ear, and the neck, we're gonna draw it later. I'm gonna add circles to indicate the shoulders because the arms are on top of the shoulders here, like from our angle, and the upper arm is slanted. This is the joint. There's also some perspective in this pose. This is the arm. Chat with us. Okay guys, you chat. I'm gonna chat with you, otherwise I think I'm gonna automatically continue explaining. There is also a perspective in this arm and the joint, and the other arm, a block for the hand. That's it. Your voice is so cute. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Time to join the torso. I wanna buy her a mug, but I'm a child. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the thought, nevertheless. Would you guys like me to make more merch of my artworks? Or would you not be interested in that? So I think yeah, I'm gonna do it quicker without explaining, so you guys we can chat together. Have you ever tried more structural approaches to drawing bodies, also known as like simplifying the body to forms and cylinders? Yes, I did. That was the first method I tried to do. So basically, when I first started drawing, I didn't know that I was like, there's no need to draw bases, and why do people do that? And I was just drawing, starting straight up with the face and everything. But when I knew the importance of drawing bases, I was doing the shapes cylindrical sort of base shapes, but I didn't really like it because the dynamics are hard to involve. I mean, we should start with the curves and then maybe add those shapes. If for now, I'm still learning what is the best method to practice anatomy, and I'm checking different artists, different resources online. So maybe once I learn that method, if I see it easier, then I'll surely switch to that, and I would share it with you. I use squares to do anatomy. I'm not sure squares would be the ideal option because the body is curvy, so we need curves, so it's better to use curved shapes. I don't even draw the pose, I just go straight to sketching the character. That used to be me, and sometimes it's still me, but generally I've seen when I'm creating a full artwork, it's better to have a rough draft of whatever I'm gonna draw. It makes the drawing look much better in the end result. What's some weird food combinations you like? I'm generally a picky eater, so not really sure I'm the best person to ask, but It's not really weird, but I like including cheese in the desserts that I make because I really like that contrasting taste it adds, like it breaks the sweetness. So it adds some sort of saltiness to the dessert. So I like cream cheese frosting. I like cheesecake. I like truffles because you can add cheese to biscuit and that's it. You have you have truffles. That's basically truffles. And also, where else do I add cheese? There's this sort of quick recipe. You can add hazelnut butter with the cheese and it would taste really good. Anyway, okay, it's fun though. I like straight up poses. Sure, follow whichever method that you like. That's totally fine. Just be yourself. Hello. Sadly, I love your art. Sadly, you're streaming during my work. Will there be a recording of your stream? Yes. You can hopefully view the stream after I'm done. It will be up on my channel. So, I admire your work so much. Thank you so much and good luck in your work. I wish you a great day. Do you like pizza? Yes, I love pizza. I haven't had one for maybe like 2 months. I really love pizza. The hand is not really showing here. Anyway. A cube logic is a cube is easy to draw in perspective, so you draw the body like short cubes and long cubes. Or maybe short cylinders and long cylinders, but you know, that method I think would definitely be useful for foreshortening, like when we have poses in perspective. That one is hard to pull off, so I'm pretty sure those basic shapes would help draw it. Do you like falafel? No, I don't really like it. It's weird, I know. Most Arabs love falafel, but I'm not a falafel kind of person. Then you're not a picky eater? Like, why do pizza? Like, do people who don't like pizza are considered picky? Like, they're considered picky? Pizza is like a popular kind of sort of, like, everyone loves pizza. Do you draw guys ever? Yes, I do draw guys, but of course I draw girls more frequently. Yeah, I want to go into drawing more guys in the coming while. It's just that many times I don't have ideas for guy artworks. Most of my ideas are for artworks of girls because they involve you know, emotions and things like that. Okay, so I'm gonna grab another pose from Pose Maniac. Should we move on to harder poses? Okay, I'm gonna take this sort of different pose because the character is kind of sitting / lying. So we're gonna do this next. What's your relationship with the sketchbooks? Not a really good one. I've been I have two sketchbooks now. One is for practicing poses like this, like usually I do this on paper on my sketchbook, but yeah, that's the most that I use my sketchbook. And the second one is for completed kind of Copic artworks. But that one, like the second one, has been with me for 6 years now, and I'm almost at the end. I just need to push myself. I will try to finish it by, oh my, I went ahead to add the details, sorry. That used to be my method before. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna try to finish that sketchbook hopefully before the end of the year, so that I can do a sketchbook tour. Okay, the perspective seems hard. I still have no idea how to do this. I'm just gonna follow those methods that I told you about. Drawing lines for all. Okay, maybe this is gonna be hard for you, but it's fine. Just try. Just give it a try. What's the worst case scenario? Even if you don't get it right, nothing bad will happen. It will just be more experience for you. So yeah, 6 years. Because I rarely draw on paper. Oh, by the way, I did draw on paper in those 6 years, but I did many Copic artworks on straight up Copic paper, so those are not counted. But I do draw more on paper than this sketchbook would show. Many of my Copic speed paints were done on, or most of them were done on separate pieces of paper that I store now in a folder. I'm gonna drink water again. It is a bit embarrassing to draw outside at first, though then it gets super fun when you're used to it. Why would you get embarrassed from drawing? I don't understand why. It's fun. I would love to try that, except that I'm sort of homey kind. No, not homey. But I like to stay at home most of the time. I'm sort of an introvert. So okay, I got this wrong. Like the hips line is angle here, and yeah. So, but I would love to go outside and try drawing, especially like scenery, sketching, like doing straight up freehand sketching on my sketchbook. And I'd love to film that someday if I get the opportunity, but let me first do it. Or maybe, yeah. Sometimes I think crazy things, like maybe live stream while I'm drawing outside, but that would be super hard and inconvenient because, yeah. Is this live stream gonna stay on YouTube? I missed a lot and want to revisit it when it's over. Yes, it's gonna stay. And I'm not planning to remove it. You can watch it right after it's done. Or like you can go back now if you don't want to be live with us. And I hope you'll find it useful. It's a bit hard. Yours look better though. Yeah, it is a hard pose. Maybe I went too far. I'm just taking random poses. Next time I'm gonna choose an easy one. Rubius is quite the introvert. How did you know? How did you judge that I'm an introvert without me saying? Or did I mention it before? You should do a gymnast pose next as a challenge. So Rented Cookie, I'm just taking random poses from Pose Maniacs. I'm not gonna choose. I like doing it random. So because if I go choose It would take me a longer time. So yeah. As you can see, there is a bit of difference between what I've drawn and the pose. We can fix it, but it's fine if it's not perfect. It's gonna look okay in the end. Like, see those poses? You don't remember their reference, but they look good now. So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself, just draw. Thank you guys, I'm glad you're enjoying this live stream. Would you like to do more practice sessions in the coming weeks? It would make it easier for me to stream because I don't always have a sketch ready for coloring on the live stream, and it's becomes a sort of activity for us to interact. Okay, so the feet is resting on this. Introverts can sense each other. Yeah, maybe. Maybe there is, like, you can't tell, sort of tell who is the introvert in it. Like extroverts are obvious from the way they speak, I guess. You gave up already? No, don't give up, it's fine. Just keep pushing even if it doesn't look good. Okay guys, many of you don't seem to like this pose, so I think I'm gonna... How did I do? What do you guys think? How did I do? It's alright. Okay, I forgot the ear. See how the ear is? This is tricky, so yeah, understanding where the ear is super important. Okay, I think enough with this pose. Let's add it to our history. More. Next, let's see what we have next. That's the thing about pose maniacs. It's the poses are not all easy. Many of them are challenging, so it's a good way to practice. Okay, this one it's a good one. It should be okay. This pose should be okay, right? You only managed to draw the first two, then it got hard. It's okay, it's okay. This pose is easier. You should be able to follow with this one. Okay. Again, the base. So the shoulder, the head. There is no specific order, you can go the order you prefer. Ears, you can add the ears on the base too. There are no rules, literally. The spine, S-shaped curve. The hips are kind of okay. The spine looks longer than it is actually. I think this should be fine. Straight line, horizontal line for the hips. The hip curve, the joint, the bottom the calf area, the feet, the foot, the second leg sort of like bending at the middle of this leg, so it's gonna be here. This is the joint, and this is the other arm, calf, the feet, so we can't see the other arm, I have only one arm showing here, and straight line for the upper arm. The joint is kind of on top of the, like it's on top of the head, so this is where the joint is, and this is the arm. Okay, so since we've set this, the shoulders, the back is bent, it's thinner around the head, the waist, and from here you can kind of, there is some difference in the curves, and the legs, the hip starts thick. Is the mic getting cut? Are you not hearing me well? Anyway, I think I've checked the software and my voice seems to be reaching you. There is no problem. Hello, I'm a new digital artist. Nice to meet you all. Nice to meet you too. I'm on Pose Maniacs right now, and why do I feel like one of these poses is a JoJo reference? There are many like JoJo kind of body types over there. Super hulky kind of muscly men. But yeah, I usually skip those. Oh, for a few seconds it was cut. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. I'm glad it's okay now. Oh yeah. I can hear you nice and clearly. Perfect. Curve the knee. So the knee from the side, we can see how the joint is, like the bone of the joint is. What just happened? What have I done? Oops. Let me paste it again. Yeah. So basically, the knee is joint. The bone of the knee is protruding. Everything is a JoJo reference. My husband really likes JoJo, but I still don't understand why it's like so popular and why do people like it that much. I gave it a try. I watched the 3 episodes from season 3, I guess, and it wasn't my cup of tea. So yeah. Tell me why you like it. Are you guys following up with this pose? How do you find it? Is it easy to follow? And this is the arm. There is a little bit of curvature in the feet. I think it has excellent character design. Well, certainly, but I mean the art style is super weird for me. You know what kind of art style I prefer? Like, I like art style similar to mine. I mean, that's why I draw in this style, because that's what I like. So I couldn't handle it. It's super muscly and super detailed. It's an interesting pose. Cool. Yeah, it is an interesting. Not drawing the pose right now, has Inktober to catch up on. Sure, if you're enjoying like maybe you can draw a pose and draw Inktober on top of it. Like, that would be your Inktober for today. I'm getting a little bit of problem with the torso. Just check the sides. What have I done for the second time? Why am I having this anyway? So the back kind of gets thinner around the waist, and yeah, this sort of curve for the back from like this side, and kind of, okay, never mind, I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't help, it's fine, it will get better this time. I get tired from sketching, and in each sketch the lines get lazier and lazier. Well, it is a fun thing to practice, but it needs some patience. But once you're into it, sometimes, like, I find that I've drawn 5-6 poses without even feeling it. So I think you need to train yourself to practice. Okay. The arm. It's okay if you don't like JoJo. I found it fun, but we all have things we like and dislike. Thank you so much. Because generally people are like, no, just watch it and give it a try, and you'll eventually get into it. But okay, that sometimes happens, but not all the times. Many times, like, we just don't change our preferences. So I'm gonna add this sort of line to indicate the curve. Sorry, this sort of curve indicates the end of the neck and the start of, like, where the hairs close. Just for me to understand the head a bit more. So this pose is done. What do you guys think? Are you done? Are you still drawing with me, or am I drawing by myself? Anyway, I'm gonna start in our history of poses, and I'm gonna move on to the next pose. Oh, it's really nice to look at this result, like today's productivity result. Okay, time to choose another pose. Trying to find okay, I think this should be interesting. A sitting pose, because we haven't done that yet. What do you guys think? Is this hard or easy? Let's give it a try either way. This is our 6th pose. If you've kept up so far, I salute you. Still trying. Okay. Okay, sorry, I kind of hid this pose, but because I'm moving on to the next one. Maybe later you can replay the video of the live stream and follow up with what you've missed. How about that? Or take a screenshot, because I want to be doing something. Don't want to just sit and wait. What do you guys think? Anyway, time for this pose. The shoulders again. Shoulders. Can you make a hashtag so everyone can share what they did? Where would you prefer this hashtag? On Instagram or on Twitter? Where would you guys prefer that? What do you guys think? That's an interesting idea, to be honest. Maybe, yeah. I can post the result of my practice as well. Okay, so the shoulders. Okay, the spine. I'm just gonna assume. That it's like this. Okay, this is not really an easy pose, but anyway, it's fine. The hips. The hip. Is this how it is? Maybe. And this is where it starts. The joint. The curve of the calf. Triangle for the feet. For the foot. Okay, maybe it's like this. This is the second hip. The second hip line or curve. The joint. For some reason I can't see the poses on Pose Maniac at all. It says use latest Flash player. You need to enable this. I use it from Google Chrome. Let me quickly show you. So basically when you're on Google Chrome, it unfortunately doesn't really run on phones. So I tried a lot, but it doesn't run. So on the desktop, I'm using Google Chrome. You can see over here, you click on this, the not secure thingy. Don't worry, it's a safe website. I've been using it, like I know it since 10 years. You click on here, the flash, you have to allow it, and then you refresh the page. So that's basically it. So it's better to access, like we need to access this on computer. There are other websites, but this one is my favorite, so you can try other websites. Okay, so the leg here is sort of raised from the ground. This is the feet. So guys, what do you think? Do you want to share your results, or do you want to practice more and then use a hashtag for the results? I want your opinion. The shoulder, the arm. The arm is actually resting on the hip. So let's maybe draw the arm, the joint, and maybe we can adjust this to be here. And by the way, I'm not using any of the features of digital art to move stuff and things like that, because I'm mimicking drawing on paper. And yeah, I think it looks better now, because yeah. So the joint of the arm is resting almost on the joint of the leg. And the feet, let's redraw it again. And wow, the chat is silent. I'm assuming you guys are practicing with me. You're drawing right now, right? And the head. This is the curve of the eyes. Ear. The ear is here. Clicky clicky. I like the sound. Many people like the sound of this keyboard. Okay, so this is the other shoulder. We can't see her. We can't see her other arm, except her forearm. So this is looking weird because I'm not drawing the torso yet. But you prefer Twitter? Okay. So yeah. I will see. Like, not many people have responded to the hashtag idea, so I don't want to just post and then no one participates. So yeah, unless you're participating, I don't think I will post. You have Eclipse Studio Paint as your main drawing tool? Yes, I've been for the past 4 months almost. Okay, time to draw in the body. Let's start with the head this time. No, do the hashtag. I'm gonna do it only on one place, either Instagram or Twitter. So what would you prefer? So yeah, the head, nose, the ear, the eye. I wouldn't mind doing it. I would make it as my first post on Twitter then. So you guys seem to want Twitter more than Instagram? Vote for the one you prefer, Twitter or Instagram. Yeah, Medibang is good too. It's a free program and I definitely recommend it. So the neck is here. Twitter, been ages since I started. Okay, Twitter for me, but of course, do which one you prefer more. And it would depend on others. To be honest, now that you say it, like, my Twitter is not really active, unfortunately. Not many people see my posts. If you're gonna leave the decision up to me, well, Twitter, everyone, but like, okay, maybe you guys can make my Twitter active. Instagram, like, I have more people on Instagram, more people interacting with me on Instagram, so maybe they would know of the stream. So how about both? I don't know, honestly. I like Insta more too, because I get more interaction, though I really hate the system of Insta right now. I'm kind of shadow banned, so maybe it's a way to activate my Instagram. I mean, make it more active. Okay, both. So you guys post on both so more people can see the stream and join us, like, see the end result of the stream. Both, if you can manage. Yeah, sure. I mean, I mostly post everything on both. All of my artworks on both. I think Insta is better for posts and posts alone, and Twitter is more for interactions with people. Wow, that's why I want to use Artful more than Instagram. I can't wait for Artful. I checked it out since last time you suggested it to me, and I'm looking forward to when they release it. Let's hope we can move there once and for all. Hello, I'm sorry how late I am. And it's fine. you made it in. We're still practicing, and you can rewatch what you've missed as well. I explained the method I follow at the beginning of the stream, so you can watch that later, and you can follow. What's your Insta? If you mean my Insta, it's Bluevies, just like the name of the channel. And if you mean other people's Insta, I don't know, you ask them. Art what? Sorry, didn't hear you properly. It's Artful. ARTFOL. It's a new social media that's in development right now. It's gonna be purely for artists. Very similar to Instagram, but just for artists. And I'm excited to see, because they've been marketing well so far, and many people are hyped up for it. So, like, if all artists move, could be maybe the next DeviantArt, because DeviantArt is kind of dead these days. So, it would be great to have a place just for art. Oh yeah, without an algorithm. So basically, Artful will have the artworks posted in chronological order, like we can see them like the old days of Instagram. Oh, I would really love that to happen. Like ArtStation? I'm not sure. ArtStation is more like an art portfolio. Like you can have a portfolio of your works. So I'm not sure, but no, it's more like a social media. Good night, Kyrie. Have a good night. I almost flipped the canvas, but no, I'm resisting that. I'm drawing freehand. So how are you guys pulling this pose? No, I'm not gonna delete it. Hopefully there is no problem with the music I'm using, so hopefully I will keep it. The thing is, I could run live streams without music, but I like having some sort of background thingy. It would get boring when there's silence and there's no music. Kind of adds the atmosphere. So yeah, but hopefully it's fine this time. So how are you guys pulling this pose? Going good? Easy, hard? I realize that it's not easy for you to chat while drawing, and here I am expecting you to chat. No, don't chat, just focus on drawing. What do you listen to? Right now it's just the music I downloaded from a website that makes music specifically for content creators. You didn't realize the music was playing? Really? Maybe the audio is low, or I don't know. No, I think it's not that low. Okay. You're practicing later, actually, so you'll replay the stream and practice later? Sure. See, I like doing this sometimes. The pinky finger is usually many times separated from the rest of the fingers, and that gives a nice touch, like, to the hands. This separation is really interesting. It's not low, I just don't always realize music is playing whenever someone is talking. Good. So you focus on the speech more. We're almost done with, I'm almost done with this pose. I think I'll do one more and then end the stream. So brace yourselves, the stream is coming to an end soon. And yeah, would you like me to do this next week as well, or should next week be hands or feet? What do you guys suggest? What some is Yes, for what? Hands or poses? No, hair doesn't really need practice. What needs to practice is the anatomy. So basically, hands, feet, and poses. Like, we can do poses, gesture for like gesture drawing. This is not really considered gesture drawing. It's more like anatomy. Hands. Sure, it's gonna be hands then. Try to get your artist friends to join as well. Okay, start in the history of poses. Time for the last pose. Let's see what we're gonna get. Eyes and hair and clothes, they need an anatomy first. You can't really practice these without anatomy, and I don't think I would do such sessions. Maybe closed, but yeah, maybe like sort of I sometimes practice shoes or what else did I practice? I can practice objects like drawing, for example, clothes items, watches, bags, shoes. And let's see. Okay, this is gonna be our last pose. It's a relatively easy pose. This is our last pose for today. So how about this? Next time is hands, and the time after will be feet, and I'll see which one is the most interesting for people. I don't want to spend my streams on practice, but for those few weeks, maybe I will try them, so that I have a variety. Look, like we've done so far 6 poses. This is the 7th. Interesting. Yes, it is simpler this time. Yeah. Okay, watch. You just joined? Oh, okay, so you left and came back. Okay, so shoulders, hips, kind of, also slant. Why is this happening? I don't know what's wrong. Anyway, okay. You all rage over hands. Sure. To be honest, I find feet easier than hands. And okay, so next week is hands and the following week will be feet. Yes, so the hips line, I honestly, maybe it's also slanted here. The spine, the head. So how about I call the hashtag for Instagram and Twitter #Pluvius_practice. Hashtag #Pluvius_practice. Yes, I think I'm gonna call that. So you can add all your practice result under the hashtag #Pluvius_practice. This is gonna be the hashtag for Instagram and Twitter, and it would be great if you could join me on both. Let's grow the hashtag little by little. I've been wanting to do this practice together thingy for so long, but I was thinking of doing it offline, but the streams are more fun. So yeah, we will see how this develops with time. I'm still experimenting, and yeah, it's a good motivation for all of us. Okay, let me write the hashtag thingy here so you don't miss it out. For all newcomers, share your results on Instagram and Twitter using #Pluvius_practice. How is this? Let's use orange. Maybe I'll increase the size. Yeah, so even like for people who are gonna watch this after the stream is over, like if you watch a replay of the stream, if you're watching a replay right now, I'm talking to future people, try with pink. Yeah, I love pink, but I'm trying to not overuse pink, but of course, like, this is sort of my favorite shade of pink. Is it a little bit more? Yeah, let's keep it this way. Reddish pink. Yeah, so if you're watching my stream later and practice with me, again, you use the hashtag, use the Pluvius_practice hashtag on both Instagram and Twitter, and share your results for everyone. I'm not gonna be able to provide feedback, but it's good for you people to find each other and motivate each other. And yeah, let's hope with this we can get better with time. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing your posts. I'm gonna drop you a like at least. I'm not very chatty person on social media. More like a silent observer. So yeah, I'm gonna post all those poses I've done. And yeah, this is the second hand. Okay, time to do the body. What is this? Where did I go? Okay. Oh, okay. I drew it on a second there by mistake. Yeah, the keyboard is ASMR. Yeah, it's because my mic is on the desk, so I think you hear it louder than I do. Sorry about that. Gonna drink some water. Yeah. Okay, so the final pose. The final pose. The ear. The eyes. The half kind of line. The middle kind of line. The shoulders. By the way, since we're doing hands next time, I think I'm gonna schedule that live stream early on in the week so more people can know about it and book it on their calendar. So do wait for that. I will try to post it today or tomorrow so we get more people to join us. Neck. I think this is too hard. This is how it should be. I'll most likely stream next week in the same time. This time. So I'm fixing this time for now. It's a good time for me to stream. There is a chance I change it later or maybe do other random streams in the middle of the week. We shall see. The hips. Welcome back guys. This is the last pose for those of you who were not here earlier. This is the last pose, number 7, and I will end the stream after this pose. That's a good number of poses done for today. I'm happy with the result. I hope you are as well. I hope this stream helped you learn a thing or two to make your practice sessions easier. You might pre-watch. Try to practice as well if you want to improve. So it will help you a lot in your artworks, understanding how the body works. Even if your practice results are not so smooth, it's fine. They will get better with time. Mine certainly did get better with time. I started doing pose practice sessions since 3 years, but to be honest, it's very inconsistent. I would practice once a month or something. But this year, a few months ago, I did that sometimes on sort of a daily basis, and I saw the improvements. I was like, no, this is a thing. It actually does help. But still, I don't practice daily, but I practice whenever I get the chance or whenever I feel I want to draw but don't know what to draw. It's a good warm-up. Oops, I ended up drawing the fingers. Anyways, it's fine. Collarbone. And this pose is almost done. How are you guys doing it? And because gonna finalize the stream and end it. I'm happy with that look. My price is a little bit different, but not the same rotation as the model, but it's fine. I like the result. I'm tired too. My hand needs a rest actually. I've been drawing for 2 hours. If you feel tired, don't push. Just take a break, because our hands are our most valuable asset for drawing, so don't overstrain them. Okay, so we're done. This is the result of today's practice. I'm very happy with this, and I hope you are as well. And I want to thank you all for joining. I want to say that I'm concluding now, and sorry for the guys who just joined. You can rewatch the stream, and hopefully you'll find it useful. And my god, the sirens are back again. By the way, the sirens here are very normal. Like, we hear them multiple times per day. It's annoying, but I got used to it. So yeah, you're gonna hear them often on my streams. Okay guys, so I think this is the hashtag Luvius_practice, and I'm gonna post it shortly on my social media, so you can see it over there as well. How is that? This is good. So now let me crop this. How is this? Okay guys, I will see you hopefully next week, and I'm looking forward to see your posts with the hashtag Luvius_practice on both Instagram and Twitter. I look forward to seeing your entries and your results, and do look forward to future practice sessions. I'll see you next week. Have a great day or good night, and sweet dreams. Bye guys.